Are we recording? I had some issues earlier, so I'm trying to make sure it's recording. I think it is. So hello and welcome back. I'm going to go over some Transformers War for Cybertron stuff in a bit, but I did want to do a quick update, an amendment, if you will, to my last video. I found the other games that I was talking about. So there's Uncharted 3. I do have a Wii, I do have an Xbox, but I don't play on them much, so I have like the Wii Sports, the Wii Sports Resort. I have Jeopardy for the Wii, which we used to play a lot with my mom before I moved. I have Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Never quite finished that one. Got a little bored with it near the end. And my wrist started hurting from flicking this stupid controller. I'm sorry, I'm not fond of... I don't think that an adventure game should be on there and that they should be using... I'd much rather just push a button than have to keep doing something repetitively with my wrist. No hate on the Wii or, anything like that. Same thing with the Move. One of the reasons I don't like that is because you have to do, like, repetitive actions. Like, okay. Alright. We got this down pat. Alright, let's do this. Did I win yet? Racking up points here. Can I keep going? It's like, how long can you go? How many points can you rack up before you have to take a break? So, yeah. And because I have a Wii, it also plays, obviously, GameCube. I have Zoids Battle Legends. I do have a controller and I do have a memory stick for it, so I can play this now. For a while there, I didn't have a memory stick, so I had to keep restarting from the beginning. I've wanted this for so long, and I'm so glad that I have it now, but I haven't had time to play it, especially because I've been playing stuff for you guys and then schoolwork. Because I will play games for you guys before I start playing games on my own time. So back to the PlayStation 2, here's the Transformers Armada game that I told you about. It is fairly good. There's just one level that I played through where it was more glitchy than was really handleable. It was like the second to last level. I almost didn't make it past that level because every time, 5 minutes in, every time it would freeze. 5 minutes in, freeze. Move around, freeze. Do something wrong, freeze. You had to play that level like the most straightforward path possible, which obviously was like also the most difficult path because there were a whole bunch of enemies there. But if you wanted to veer to the side, if you wanted to pick up any of the mini-cons, it was a gamble if you were going to freeze or if you were going to, wipe the memory sticks. So I wasn't going to chance it, went right through it as best as I could with all the freezes, got to the next level, and it was fun. But, yeah, the rest of the game is awesome. It's really, really interesting. There's the PS2 version of the Transformers first movie game. Just basically means less graphics, lower graphics. So, since I have an Xbox, I do have Halo 2. On my PC, I do have Halo, the original one. I have not finished either of these because every time I get to the flood, I get scared and lost, and then a couple months later, I'm like, oh, well, I should replay that, and then I start it from the beginning, and then I get to the flood, and then I get scared and lost, and then I stop playing it, and then a couple months later, I restart it, and so... Never finished that. Alright, so I do have this Splinter Cell XB. By the way, all of these Xbox games, except like 1 or 2, are actually the person who gave me the Xbox. They're theirs. And like I said, I've played most of them. I've at least tried them all. Like Splinter Cell was pretty cool, but I never gotten into it really. Fable, played through most of that. That's alright. It's different. It's like Dragon Age, I guess. Spider-Man 2, I think? Spider-Man 2. There's also Jet Set Radio Future, which I've never finished because it's insanely difficult for me, or I don't understand something properly, something like that, but that's a really cool-looking game, I believe. If I remember correctly, it's cel-shaded, and you spend the whole game on your, either roller skates or skateboard or whatever. Spray painting stuff and building off tricks. But yeah. Alright, so now I need to go ahead and I need to jump in and start getting this War for Cybertron stuff to you guys. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these out of my way. And I'm going to go back to my news stations. And I'm going to try and start from the beginning of the news that we got from the time that E3 started. Because we had so much information come out with E3 and right before E3. And as far as I'm aware, they're still giving out information. As we speak, I'm hoping that they're giving out multiplayer information because they said that they would be giving out multiplayer information, and I believe today is the last day of E3, and there's still no multiplayer information. So, let's go ahead and go down a little bit farther. Alright, so one of the first things we got was we had videos, which we got the E3 trailer. It was a cinematic trailer, basically, and that showed Metroplex. So what I would like to do for you guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try and find this video. I believe I have favorited it on YouTube, so I'm going to run over there real quick. And unfortunately, it looks like I have not. I really thought I did. Okay, well that means I'll just have to find it elsewhere. Alright, so we want the cinematic trailer. Metroplex interview, and I'm gonna have to put these on. Ow. So that I will be able to hear it with you guys. Oh, we got to see all the Insecticons. That was right before E3. So Shrapnel is now Sharp Shot. I think Kickback is still the same name, and then Bombshell is obviously Hard Shell. Alright, is this the one I want? I think this is the one I want. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the screen up. Let's see what we can do. This is it.
Metroplex heeds the call of the last pride.
So, there you go. That was our first view that we had of Metroplex, I believe. So we got that trailer, I think, on Monday or so. And of course, I'm assuming that if you haven't seen that yet, that you're going crazy because it was an amazing cinematic trailer. It was visually stunning. It was, you know, seeing Jazz and the Dinobots fighting up against Bruticus. I thought the music actually worked. I enjoyed it. Some people are saying it sounds like Linkin Park, and then it reminds them of the movies. Apparently it is a different one, but I guess they did it in the same style or something like that. I'm not a big music person, so I wouldn't know. Some of the other things we got were some more Metroplex videos. This is also from GameTrailers. I don't want to turn this off so that we can skip to some of the video. I don't even think we want this. There's a better video later on. Alright, so let's go ahead and skip up here. Alright, so we see Metroplex. We've known for a while that Optimus's special ability in single player is to be able to target objects for Metroplex to blow up or smash, indoor smash. So we get to see that in some of the different videos. That was one of the videos. We also get to see it again in a separate video, which I'm trying to find, but that video also has some other fun goodies. Alright, so back to the screen. We have had the cover for the game reveal. As you can see, there's Optimus, we have Bumblebee, Grimlock, and Metroplex is up in the background. And I believe that's the cinematic trailer, so that's the same one that we just watched. I believe that's like, yeah. Let's see what else we have. There was, this video over here. Oh, we had escalation mode. We know that escalation is coming back. And there are some fantastic videos on that. So, how do you feel about that? I mean, I'm excited, personally. Yay. Yay. Let's see, I'm trying to find all the right videos for you guys. I'm trying to keep it short, but, you know, just searching for the content is taking a while. So, let's go ahead and give you guys this.
Alright, joining us today, Matt Tiger.
Teacher.
That's what I thought.
That was
Like,
priceless.
That sounds like Tiger. Game director at High Moon Studios. Matt, we had you on X-Play a couple weeks ago. We were talking about the game.
Alright, let's
Very
skip.
Optimus Prime, you get to control him on the battlefield. So the stuff that we have for you today is you're going to get to see him for the first time ever. We've never shown it anywhere else. I'm super thrilled to have it for you. So what happens in the story is the Autobots are really losing their war, and Optimus kind of draws on some power. He doesn't quite know what's going to happen. Well, what happens is Metroplex, and you're going to see it right here.
Right, and I know for you as a fan of the series, this must have been incredible for you to participate in. Like, let's make a Transformer that's actually a gigantic city.
I have like one of the best jobs in the world, right? I mean, it really is awesome to take, you know, childhood nostalgia and turn that into either dredging that up for people who are fans like me from the old days, or just brand new fans. I love it.
And so we're seeing here this creation, this child born of that love, and also of you making a kick-ass video game.
That's right. I mean, look at it. It's a city, right? And when he finishes up, what he's going to say is, you know, I heed the call of the last prime, really making you feel like you're in control of this Colossus.
And talk a little bit about the scope of the game. Again, this is something that we spoke about in the past. There's a level of expectation on this game because the last one was so good. People want a good game because the last one was good. So you have to provide them with the experience they already had. But then, as we're seeing here, you're also taking it in a much larger direction than you did in the past.
I would definitely say it's kind of daunting, right? You know, we at the studio are incredibly hard on ourselves with how hard we're pushing on the game and how much we want to perfect our craft. So we think the game was a good one. What this is a great game.
Right. And then the canon involved. I mean, you're creating something that's going to fit into a lot of people's childhood memories at this point.
Alright, so you guys got to see there. Okay, alright. Sorry, messing with my microphone there. So you guys obviously got to see, we got to see Metroplex transform in-game. That is in-game cinematic. That is what you will see when you are playing the game. That is like I'm assuming it's either beginning of Chapter 2 or Chapter 3, because I think Optimus is both Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. So we know Bumblebee is the first level, is your introductory level, and apparently after Chapter 1, Bumblebee, then we go back in time and we play the game which leads up to Chapter 1. It's sort of like, you know, Uncharted 3 or Uncharted 2, when you're playing the first level, then there's a flashback, and then halfway through the game you get caught up. This apparently is supposed to be something like that, which I think is going to be pretty cool, hopefully, as long as they play it off very well. So some of the things I want to start bringing up, what's different about this game from War for Cybertron. So first off, I want to point off, look at Optimus's gun. You see how it's blue there? That is primary weapon. You can still have two weapons sort of in your inventory that you can switch back and forth between, but you cannot have... They're distinct. There is a primary weapon, which is the blue one, and you have a heavy weapon, which will be one that is yellow. They both have separate ammo. You have blue ammo pickups and yellow ammo pickups for primary and heavy weapons. And And I am guessing that that is for multiplayer purposes, so that we don't have people playing with fusion cannons and magma frags on the same character. This will, prevent people from using a heavy weapon and a primary weapon. I mean, 2 heavy weapons on, like, a single character. 2 massively heavy weapons. Alright, so we got a bunch of, Metroplex up there. So now I can talk about the health, since they're bringing this on. I'm not sure I like how they changed that, like the screen effect. I actually like the old screen effect with the characters and everything. But it's worth bringing up that the health system now is a lot like Halo, in that you have a health bar. And let's go back. Okay, so that you have a health bar and you have an overshield bar. Can you see it better there? Almost. You have a health bar and you have an overshield bar. So, as you get hit, your overshield will start to go down. Once that depletes, once that's gone, then the enemies will start taking out on your health. If you don't get hit for a certain amount of time, your overshield will start to recharge. You will still have, only 75% health or whatever, but your overshield will recharge, and the enemies will have to knock that down before they can take a whack at your health again. There are energon cubes still on the map. They are no longer in... They're just, they're floating around just like they were in War for Cybertron, in multiplayer and sometimes in single player. And that, I assume that fills actually both of them, because I think at one point in this video, when he jumps over the edge, when he's dying, he finds a cube that's down here. Let's maximize it one more time. And then we'll get to talking about it. Okay, so we got Metroplex. These are your shards. This is your, your money or whatever in escalation. Alright, so there's a cube somewhere. He's going to pick it up, right? Okay, so watch the overshield, and it goes all up. So he picked up a cube, everything refilled, he's all better. So we have this triangle is obviously your waypoint. That's where you're heading for your mission goal, your objective. And let's go back again, or forward, whatever the case may be. Alright, let's go back. At least we have stuff there. Too far back. La-di-da. Alright, so this is your money. This is the energon shards that you're collecting. I'm assuming that they will have some sort of competitive thing, just like they did in War for Cybertron, where on single player you have scores and such that you will collect. This is your score or whatever. Because it is, as far as I'm aware, besides Grimlock, no longer associated with your special ability, which is always a timed cooldown, and you always only have one ability, which you've known for quite a while. This is obviously your ammo for your gun, your clip ammo for your gun. This would be your full ammo, all the ammo that you have. And also, it is difficult to see on this video because it's not as high quality as some of the other ones, but it does show the name of your gun right above the ammo bar right there. And your your special ability is usually right there. So let's go ahead and let's back out. Let's find the other video that is better, because there are better videos. We have so many videos to show you guys. I can't show you the whole escalation video, but it's worth looking up. Go to Sabertron, go to TFW, go to Allspark. I'm sure they all have videos up. And I'm gonna go see you in part 2, alright?